What up YouTube, it's Doomnyc here with an update to a deck profile that I've done a few times before. I'm updating the Fabled deck for the March 1st 2012 ban list. Just so you know, this deck has been tested numerous times on Dueling Network and I haven't lost with the deck yet. The deck is flat out awesome. Because plants, obviously got hit really hard by the ban list, but this deck is like the new synchro summon deck. I mean, guys, try it out, test it out on Dueling Network, see if you like it or not. It's been working really well for me, but I mean, I've been playing Fabled since the beginning, so I really know how this stuff works. Well, anyway, let's get on to the deck profile. So first off, we play 3 Fabled Chawa, the most important Fabled monster in the deck, for obvious reasons, because it gives you a discard outlet in a monster. So I mean, that's obviously very good. So 3 of those. Then we play the second most important one, 3 Fabled Grimos. This is your searcher and very important. Most of the time you're gonna definitely want to get this as soon as possible, discard it, get something else, and then you can work your combos from there. This card's really good. Then we play 3 Cerberus, just standard, tuner. 3 Fabled Ganesha. This is different from the last build. I think I only played 2, but you have to play 3. This card's too good. 3 has been just working out just fantastic. I mean, having a level 3 special summon itself is like crazy. Like, a lot of times when I play this deck, I end up special summoning so much that I go through all the cards in my hand and I didn't even normal summon for the turn yet, which is just ridiculous. So 3 Ganeshas, 3 Fabled Cruise. I still believe in 3 of these. A lot of people might be playing 1 or 2, but I don't agree with that. I mean, granted, if you were playing Fables with the plant engine, then you could have gotten away with 1 or 2 Cruise, but because the plant engine is now gone, you should go back to playing 3 Cruise. But I never left 3 Cruise. I thought it was just fantastic. This is like one of those cards that you never want to regular normal summon your Grimro, but with Fabled Cruise's effect, you can special summon the Grimro from the grave, so that ends up being really good. 2 Fabled Luries. I bumped this up to 2. It just happens to be just phenomenal in the deck. Most of the time when I get this, like I get this with a Chawa or it's something, and I'm able to discard it, and it's just a free level 1 monster on the field. I mean, it's just too good. You need it for your formula synchron plays, a whole bunch of stuff. This is like a better option than Level Eater, but we still play Level Eater in the deck. And then 1 Kushano. This is the final Fabled monster, and you still need to play this because it's still really good. I mean, it gives you a discard outlet from the graveyard and it brings it back to your hand. What I like about it is if you have Ganesha in your hand, you can ditch Ganesha to bring this to your hand, and then summon this, special the Ganesha, and then you can either sync for a level 6 or you can exceed for a rank 3. So it gives you options, so you have to play that. I'm playing 2 Trickies. You should still play this. This is like Fabled Chawa. Gives you a discard outlet, and you need that all the time. Like, a lot of times when I have this, a lot of combos have already gone off, so if I draw like card destruction, I don't mind throwing this in the graveyard, but 2 of them is still good, especially if you go second and your opponent sets one and sets a monster or summons a monster. Then you can special this, ditch Cerberus, go into Arcanite, and then blow up those 2 cards, so that makes it very good. 1 Zephyros. This is like the monster tech of the deck. What happens a lot of times is when I have this in the grave, and I have like say 3 Fables in hand, like a Chawa and a Cruise and a Cerberus, let's just say, what I end up doing is I will special the Chawa, ditch the Cerberus, so they're both on the field, and then send the Chawa back to my hand and put this on the field, and then use Chawa's effect again. Like, that's the main reason why this card's in here, but it seems to be working out really well, so I suggested you guys try it. It's a really good tech for the deck. 1 Level Eater. This is another level 1. You know, in case you don't draw your Luries, you always have level leader, especially when you go into your Bryonic and you start discarding stuff, because you want to be able to synchro more. And I'm gonna get to the big synchro in a second, but level leader really helps you with a lot of different things. So we'll get to that later on. And then the final monster is one Gores. Gores is obviously fantastic. You know, we don't play a lot of traps, so it's obviously very good. And it's just a big monster. I mean, your opponent has to waste resources to get rid of it, so it ends up being really good. So 23 monsters. Let's go on to the spells. One card destruction. This card obviously works really good. I mean, if you draw this first turn with a bunch of Fabled stuff, you can get a lot of effects off, so it's really good. Pot of Avarice, staple in this deck. Staple, staple, staple. I wish this card was at 2, because that would just be perfect. Foolish Burial. You got a lot of stuff to dump. Level Eater, Zephyros, Krishano. You could even dump any of your Fabled stuff. I mean, you know, and get it back with Cruise. Really good. 1 for 1. Bunch of level 1s. You gotta play that. Double Monster Reincarnation. You should definitely play this. This card is so boss in the deck. It allows you to get pluses because you can play this, ditch, special summon like a Ganesha or a Cerberus, and then get that you know, that Fabled Grimroll back to your hand, discard it, get something else, and then you haven't even used your regular summon yet. This is really, really good. Mind Control, staple in the deck. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. I played triple MST, and you kind of have to in the deck, just because back row is obviously a problem for this deck. You always want to have the opportunity to go off whenever you need to, so triple space is like mandatory, and then 1 Heavy Storm. So that's the spell count. The trap count is just 4 traps, 2 Phoenix Wing Blast. This is what I draw most of the time, and it's really good. And then 2 Compulse. This just helps you get rid of Zen mains and stuff like that. So the traps really get rid of like Exceed monsters really easily, except Phoenix Wing Blast, you know, lets you get effects off. The only reason I'm not playing 3 Phoenix Wing Blast is because there are times where I don't have anything that I want to discard, so that's why there's 2 and 2. But you could play 3 Wing Blasts if you want, but I'd rather run 2 and 2. It just seems to just work out a little bit better. So for the side deck, Chimera Tech, double Cyber Dragon, double Crow, double Maxi, double Veiler. The Maxi and the Veiler, you only want to side that in really against the wind-up matchup, because that just gets a little ridiculous. Unfortunately, Hunter just sends, doesn't discard, so you don't get any of the Fable effects. So that's why you need to put those in. 2 Debunks. This is for decks that are playing Veiler and Maxi. So if you're playing like Dino Rabbit, you're definitely going to want to play Debunk. 2 Shadow Mirror for the Insector matchup. You know, anything that's playing a lot of darks, you need to play that. And then 2 Bottomless for Dino Rabbit. So that is the side. Let's go on to the extra. Extra deck, we've got Formula Synchron, Boss Tuner in the extra. It's just too good. Fabled Unicorn. This is like fantastic. I mean, a lot of times I'll summon this, you know, Dolka can't get over it, and if this is on the field, like, your opponent can't activate anything. No spells, traps, or monster effects. It's just ridiculous. This card's too good. Catastor, Hyper Librarian. I love this deck because Hyper Librarian can plus you so much. 2 Fabled Ragens, because you're playing Hyper Librarian, you don't need to run this at 3. So run 2 Ragen and 1 Hyper Librarian. And for those of you that don't know, this is how it works. Hyper Librarian mandatory effect, Fabled Ragen optional effect. So Hyper Librarian is Chainlink 1, Ragen's Chainlink 2. So when you do go for those big synchro plays, you go Librarian first, you go Ragen second, and when Ragen hits the field, Librarian's effect automatically activates, then Ragen. So you draw 1 for Librarian and you draw 2 for Ragen, so you get 3 cards there. That's obviously very, very good. Bryonic's boss monster in the deck. Black Rose, Arcanite, Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Most of your stuff is light, so you're going to definitely want to play that. one Stardust Dragon. It's the only level 8 in the deck, but you know, unfortunately the extra deck just doesn't have room, so that's the only level 8 I can play. Mistworm, because you can get this and it's obviously really good, this format. Shooting Star Dragon, Shooting Quasar Dragon, and this is obviously the big boss card. You know, if you summon this, I mean, I wish I would record like some of these duels I've been dueling on Dueling Network. It's just crazy. Like, there's been too many times where I've been getting this guy on the field and I have like open field because of Phoenix Wing Blast and stuff, and I just attack twice and it's game over. Like, this card's ridiculous and it's so easy. I mean, literally so easy to get out in this deck. Definitely, this is like, if this is like this is the one of the main win conditions, and this should be the reason why you play the Fabled deck, because you can get this out so easy. And then I play one Exceed, I play one Wind Up Zen Mains. I mean, you can play whatever Exceed you want. I chose Zen Mains just for a stall and a little destruction effect, but it was between this or Acid Golem of Destruction. I wasn't really sure what I wanted, but I elected to go with Zen Mains for now. The last one is obviously, it's up in the air depending on what you want to do. But yeah, that's the Fable deck, guys. You know, tell me what you guys think about the deck. The deck has been play tested thoroughly. I have not lost a duel on Dueling Network with this deck, so you know, it's obviously a very, very good deck. Thumbs up the video, favorite it. Make sure everybody else gets to see this deck profile, because the deck is fantastic. And until next time, YouTube, peace.